Lucky Boys Podcast.
One thing for sure I will say is like, hey, like if you're your parents are not always your best role models. Like when you find role models, like don't think like your parents is your exact role model, right? Like it's like they have their own lives, and you have to find role models of people that have done it and in what you're trying to do, or find role models of people that have X amount of success or something and figure out what they did. And and for me, my parents' level of success, honestly, I'm like, holy shit, you came so far. My family's from Fuzhou, and I had the opportunity to go back there like last year, and I was just like, man, like you have come so far, like to
Is it still villages there, or is it like a city?
Yeah, so I went to my grandma's hometown, and it's like a village. It's like pretty much
like
empty.
Village and farm and a lot of open land, or
no farms really now. It's like there's apartment buildings and condos now and stuff, but it's like I went back to the part where it's like a village. Like the apartment buildings are over here, and then there's like still a center village, right? And there's still like under construction and all this stuff, like tires being made in this random weird house factory.
Right, that's what I hear. Like you drive 10 minutes and it's like, whoa, it's like, you see the old world, and then you drive another 10 minutes and you see a new world. I saw a bed
being made like in real time. I was like,
that's crazy.
And and I was just like, you know what, like for where you like for your context of for you to be here in America, you've made it so far, like you don't need to go any further, like you're chilling. I completely respect it and understand it. And it gave me a new context to like, wow, like this is already to them the furthest level of dream, so like the advice they give me sometimes is maybe not the noise, like the things I need to listen to. I need to listen to somebody that has that context of something even more than that. And I think that's something that really early on I was just like, man, like I'm not going to listen to this. This is something that I just knew was not for me to listen to. Like I cannot listen to this voice, because this voice just creates this doubt or this like this feeling that I'm not okay with and I need to turn to new voices, and I need to hear myself and my belief. So I actually separated from my parents like early and moved out in the beginning because of that. And in that process, I was like, wow.
You needed to change your environment and the energy, right?
Yeah.
In order to grow?
Yeah. I definitely think the environment of that, once I separated that out,
that's so key.
I started hearing myself more clearly.
I hear you 1000% on that. There were times where I had to, even the people I love and I was near, and I had to divorce myself away from that. And it sounds like a bad word, but in order for me to grow, I needed to take a step aside into a different space that was way more scarier, right? Because now I'm alone. Before, over here, I have them. I have a cushion. I have my support group. But going over here, it's just me now, and I have to rebuild in a sense. But I knew that for what I wanted, here couldn't give it to me. Here couldn't understand it. Here couldn't support it. It was just, it's not that they were negative or toxic, but it just wasn't there. What I needed wasn't there for me to flourish. So I had to go and find it on my own here. And I'm grateful I did. It's taking that leap that you were talking about. Like, you know what? This scares me. This uncertainty of jumping off this plane. But what an experience that was, right?
Leap of faith,
Yeah. Once that parachute opens, I mean, there's a holy shit moment. Like, yo, I'm gonna die, man. It's like and eventually, when you get to look at the scenery, you're just like, oh man, this is so amazing. And when you survive it, and you're back, you're back on Earth. You're going, holy crap. And whoever went with you, you're just like talking about it like, oh my gosh. And you guys are so hyped.
Yeah.
And it's just such an incredible experience. And I will relate that to life, where we're moving into things where we have to build from uncertainty. And when you start to use your phrase, stacking all of these things that are just proving to you that you can do it as a person, you're starting to see results, which adds to confidence. And then you get to meet other people in this lane, and you go, whoa. If this dude's ahead of me and I feel like my stuff is doper, or I'm giving more energy, or I have a different perspective, I have a fresh take on it. If you made it there, I could probably do that too, or if not better.